Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Premier League Review. Welcome back to the Red Corner. I'm here with James, with Clem, with LG. What's up, fellas?
How's it?
Yo, what it do?
man?
What it do? What it do?
Bruh, do good. 3 points.
Yeah,
Through
we're
to
flying.
The quarterfinals. We're
We're
flying,
flying,
bruh.
man.
We're flying. What's happening, bro?
3 goals, 3 points, man.
Hey, dog. Let's. LG was here. He actually ran away. He ran away after Arsenal were lucky to get a point against us. And then that episode after that, he disappeared. He disappeared. I know it's a bit of a throwback, but hey, my guy, what's going on, bro? You guys are going for the championship, yeah, or the league, let me rather say. We're allegedly fighting relegation here, but we should have won that game. We definitely should have won that game.
Yeah, you should have. And I mean, how many times have I come on here and said to you guys that we're not winning no league? And are they serious? We're just not serious, right? I mean, sure, that's felt like such a long time ago. This league was done probably a month ago, if not more, right? And I think the fact that we couldn't perform against one of the worst United sides I've seen in a very long time. I mean, I've seen trash United, but this is peak, right? The fact that I couldn't, the fact that I couldn't perform against this and get 3 points in of itself is an issue, right? And of course, I mean, how many times have I said what the issues are, right? We don't have a squad. We have a first 11 that's decent enough, and if fit, can actually, cause damage or at least put a title charge. But the problem is, some of our offensive deficiencies started showing before the injuries, right? That's what a lot of people aren't talking about or aren't highlighting or aren't seeing. We struggled to break down teams with Bukayo Saka not injured. We struggled to break down teams with a fully fit squad and everyone there, right? The injuries are just exposing very badly a system that I believe doesn't allow players enough freedom to do what they need to do, as well as lack of depth and lack of quality in depth to actually do anything about it. That's pretty much what it is. Hence why the end of our season, it's forgettable, really. And whatever 3 points I get are meaningless. Liverpool's got this league; it's gone.
Do you think you're in a Champions League race, or do you think that's waxed?
I'm in a fight for second. In other words, I am more worried about Nottingham Forest catching up to me than what I am about catching up to Liverpool.
Yeah, but actually, I saw that thing. Now you guys are safe with Champions League. I think the Premier League is getting 5 teams this season. Fifth spot is getting CL because of the coefficient stuff and whatever. So yeah, no, you guys are more than safe in terms of CL football, anyways.
No. I think Champions League football, I don't see us dropping out of, but it's one of those ways. It's not like a guarantee. It's more like just that silent confidence of surely we can't drop out of the top 4 now. Not at this stage. A second guaranteed, no. That's the trick. That's the challenge.
But I'm not too happy with Mikel Arteta kind of getting away with murder for this season. Like I think we talk a lot about performances not being good enough, consequences. This gap, man, between Arsenal and Liverpool, it doesn't make sense, man. Especially considering where Arsenal were, how the season could have gone. I think Mikel Arteta needs to take some serious smoke, and he shouldn't be on next season he's under pressure. He needs to be under pressure now.
Phase 7 next season, I'm sure.
It's not okay. We need to have a conversation about how Arsenal, honestly, like this is, when does it become a failure? When does this season?
It's been a failure. What are you talking about?
The fans are saying it's a failure already.
It's been a failure.
Yeah, then let's talk Arteta out, man, because this is not on.
Guys, what have I been saying?
Clement is concerned for your team.
This is not okay, man. This is not okay.
Here's the thing. Name me one football club anywhere in the world that will A, make the error of hiring a rookie and giving them $750 million over 5 years. Big sales clubs don't do that. Right? Now we've done that. Fine, it is what it is. Name me one team that will give a manager $750 million, 0 silverware after spending said money, and you're still in the job. And to make matters worse, you got a pay increase. It is now the third most highest paid manager in world football.
You know,
Who does that?
I still can't get my head around that, bro. Like Arteta. In fact, yeah, wait, it's Pep,
Pep,
most paid manager, and then in fact, I thought Arteta was second behind
Simeone.
Pep.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's Pep, Simeone, and then him.
yeah. Simeone gets paid a lot, and
This
then
guy gets
him.
more than
But
he gets
but
more than
it's
Ancelotti.
like more than he gets double Ancelotti's salary, bro. It's wild, bro.
He gets more than double of Slot, and Slot is about to get a league title.
Yeah, I know. But hey, you know, outside of all, we've spoken about the deficiencies and all of that stuff. One thing I'm really realizing about Arteta, that guy, if you check some of the sound bites from his pressers,
Rubbish.
that guy, bro, he talks nose.
Garbage.
He talks
Garbage.
garbage.
Dude, do you know?
He was saying he was against Chelsea. He was saying,
Yeah.
no, we're playing against the team the best attacking team in the league, and then blah blah blah.
You know, apparently him and the guy at Chelsea were homies from Man City days, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he turns his post-match press conference into like a WhatsApp group, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing what's happening at Arsenal, man.
Let me tell you about my manager, right? My manager, when pressed, does he need a striker last season? He said no. He doesn't need a striker. It's not suited to the way he plays. He doesn't need an out-and-out striker. He likes sharing the goals. We got knocked out by Bayern Munich. You know what he said? They're lucky to have a 30-goal a season striker.
Lucky.
This was before the summer window opened, by the way.
Yeah. This was last season. There was a time where, and the thing with press conferences in Arsenal is they get briefed on the questions, I believe, and only certain men are allowed in. And if you listen to the guys asking questions, it's stupid questions, dumb questions, don't actually ask challenging questions. I remember there was a press conference way back, like early Arteta days, right? There was a lady who said, "Okay, Mikel, you said that you play players based on merit, right? That's what you said, right? So and so is out of form. They're still playing. Talk to us. Why?"
Sounds like a
rattled, give nonsense answers. That lady was never seen again.
Yeah, I know.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I know.
He can't take tough questions.
Yeah,
he just can't.
But I mean, the club got Robbie and them to to fix up as well, right? So you can tell that they care about their image and they're managing these things.
Dude, all I'm saying is, dog, this nonsense doesn't happen, right? I mean, teams like Madrid, they will get booed after winning 3-1 because the performance wasn't good enough. Booed, chief, booed, like boo. Yeah. Like full time, boo, cheers everywhere. Exactly. They're like, hey, that was not good enough, right? Apparently, I'm not sure if they booed or had a protest, but because the club didn't buy defenders this season, I mean, they bought Mbappe, you know, everyone was like, whoa, Mbappe, whatever. But because they didn't buy defenders, I think there was either a protest or they booed the first game or something like that. But they were unhappy. Now imagine if Arsenal signed Mbappe. You understand? Our fans rated our transfer activity beginning of the season 10 out of 10. People are giving it 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for buying a defender and a defensive mid when you need a striker. But now imagine we drop an Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? They'll be loading the club forever.
Who needs Mbappe? Remember?
Combined 11 with Real Madrid, and we have 8 players Arsenal and only like 3 Real Madrid. Ridiculous. Insane. Oh, sorry. Fun fact. Arne Slot has only been managing 2 seasons longer than Mikel Arteta. Fun fact. In his entire career, he only has 2 years more over him. More.
And the bulk of that is in the Dutch league. So, you know, like, yeah. But yeah,
hey,
no.
Super duper meek, eh?
Anyway. So you had that game, and then I mean PSV, you guys were
yeah. Light work.
That was light work, and then we get to Chelsea. But actually, before we even get there, Real Madrid, second leg, Bernabeu. What do you say? What do you say?
We are screwed. We are playing against football heritage. We're playing against players that can actually make a difference on the pitch in case things aren't going well.
Okay, right? So I think the question needs to be, how can Arsenal win? I think the
They can't.
overwhelming no, but
We
then the
can't.
question that has to be the question is how can they pull it off? What does it
How
mean?
can you
for
pull it
Arsenal-
off if we're
What,
not
what does it
terrible?
mean for Arsenal to show up and actually like produce the goods against Real Madrid? Like what does
Arsenal's
that
not showing up to deliver the goods. What's going to happen is the Real Madrid will be subpar and subpar by quite a distance, and we take advantage. Then there's no thing as Real Madrid's at their best, and we show up at our best, and we compete with them. We just cannot and we won't.
Yeah. I don't think they've even
That's
been
not-
at their
that's
best
not
this
happening.
season, but like yet here we are.
It's not happening.
So I think Saka might be back for
We're gonna
those
rush him
games.
back. Watch.
But I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be a rushing back story.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Madrid, man. Madrid don't have to be at their best. They can
Heritage.
it's football heritage, yeah. Like
But then,
those.
but then now, isn't this the thing about how every season becomes about making top 4 Champions League, and then now here we
And
are,
that's why I want him
Champions
gone.
League, and then
And
here
that's
we
why I
are,
want him
Champions
gone.
League, it's the business
And
end.
that's
You're
Guys,
fighting to get here. You're here now, Chiefs.
You
Show
know
us
what I
your
mean?
chops.
here's the thing,
But-
right? I think
But isn't that also football heritage for Arsenal as well? Top four.
exactly. Exactly. You understand? So if we find Wenger for top 4, why are we keeping someone else who's done way less and protecting him so much? Here's the thing with Champions League football, right? People that want Champions League football. It's all the money. That's all they want. It's the money. Because people say stuff like, oh, no, but with Champions League money, we can buy world-class players. Cool. How many world-class players has Arsenal bought whilst in the Champions League? Oh, wait. Do you understand? We're in the Champions League, we're buying Calafiori and Marino in the Champions League. But it's supposed to attract world-class players, right? In fact, our best striker in the past 6-7 years has been us in the Europa League, in Aubameyang.
Yeah. And now
Well, you spent 100 bar on Rice because of Champions League.
Yeah,
he count?
and we are playing him out of position as well, aren't we?
but that's a Mikel thing, I suppose.
But that's the thing,
Yes.
though. That's the thing, though. So you're spending 100 million on a midfielder, and you're not getting the best out of it.
Yeah. And now I see Liverpool have apparently started talks on this line with Isak. So Liverpool got money to spend. Apparently
But
budgeted
they won't.
250 for the window.
Nah, FSG, they won't.
Yeah, well, if they win the league,
That means nothing.
Because on that, because these guys don't have Slot doesn't trust those guys. Slot is actually suffering from burnout, and like we spent the season praising him for like measured and like whatever big change from rock and roll, and the players can rest and whatever. But then what does Slot do? He says rotation out the window. This guy's been playing like the same players for so long. I think they said that out of all the teams that are in the Champions League, he's made the fewest changes, like starting 11. And I think in the league, he's used the smallest group of people. So it's burning out through that. And like, I mean, we've seen it now. Like this past, like, I mean, they've been a bit shaky in the league recently. I think they had a good result against Newcastle not too long ago, but like they've been a bit, I mean, look, we've been saying this whole time, right? This whole season that like these guys look like there's something about them. They don't look like, it almost feels like the rest of the league is underperforming. And I know it's so crazy to say, but like it feels like literally everybody else is underperforming. And these guys, it doesn't look like these guys are like it feels like it's starting to, the chickens are starting to roost, but it's too late.
No. I think we are taking too much a bit away from Slot, right? I think the fact that he hasn't had a transfer season where transfer market we actually spent real money on players, and the only signing he made is a signing that has barely played. For him to take the same Liverpool team that crumbled and collapsed and fell away completely towards the end, and pretty much get them within touching distance of a league, I think that's an achievement. I know people are looking at last week saying, oh no, these things have fallen through, look at all the cracks. Okay, them showing cracks is them winning a league.
But if you look at it, I mean, there's mitigating circumstances, right? City has fallen off, right? You look at the points tally now. If City was on normal City business, Liverpool would not be top of this league right now.
Yeah, but maybe you have to beat us in front of you at the end of the day.
So what I'm saying, this goes to my underperforming point. It's like I feel like Liverpool are look. Obviously, they have to do their business, so you can't
Mm.
take that away from them. They have to do their business. You have to win your game, and they've done it. But it feels like they've also been given a bye.
Guys, we are
Like I mean,
Chief.
just look at the team in second and look at the title challenge that's coming from it.
No,
I'm not
I
even going to speak
disagree.
about us.
I disagree, dog. I disagree.
I disagree as well.
I'm on board with
Yeah.
the criticism, man.
They've scored almost 70 goals with a goal difference of 42. They've conceded only 27 goals. That's amongst the least across the entire season. I mean the entire league, right? I would get it if they were top and they look just as average as everyone. But I think we're being a bit disingenuous because they've won 21 games, guys. 21 wins.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone else is like 16 and lower. They've won games. Do you understand? And even in games where they get like a red card, for example, or they have a decision go against their way, it doesn't turn into a loss. Do you understand? They've got options.
That's because they've got a million penalties that they're getting. But also,
No.
I
We're
think
being
you're overlooking
disingenuous,
my
guys.
point. I think you're overlooking my point. My point is, I started this by saying, if City was the usual City, Liverpool's this points tally that they've got now with their 21 wins and whatever, it would not be enough. They would be behind, and they would be fighting for their lives. The problem now is they haven't been chasing anyone this whole league. They've been coasting.
Yeah.
And that
but wait.
affects how they can approach games as well. It can.
I disagree.
It can affect that
I
because
disagree.
now you can take the foot off like after you like 2-0 up because you're not chasing, you're being chased, and you're seeing the
I
guys
disagree.
behind you, they're fumbling.
I disagree. I think they've been running away with this league since day dot, in my opinion, because their performances didn't just take a sudden surge up. No. The way they've started, they've maybe improved a bit, and they've just been maintaining it, and they've remained consistent.
Yeah, but City have been
Right.
shit since day dot as well.
I understand, but let's also be clear. City is also one of the best Premier League teams we've seen pretty much in Premier League history. I mean, a 4-peat, who's done that, right? So for me to say a team that done a 4-peat, done a 5, been on course for a 5-peat, yes, everyone else would be second. Of course they would be. Fact of the matter is that they're not. And the fact that they're so far clear on top tells me that these guys are actually good, right? You don't score almost 70 goals by being average, and everyone else is bad.
Just having a look
That's-
at
And also another thing, you must remember, Liverpool only lost once this season.
Exactly.
So-
One.
For me, it's like that thing of they know how to get the results, whether they're playing
Exactly.
brilliant football or not. They're just getting the business done.
And that's what it's about. It's about winning.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. I'm having a look at last season's stats. City scored 96 goals, goal difference 62. With 9 games left, Liverpool's not going to get anywhere near that. Even Arsenal scored 91 goals last season, right? Liverpool got
And won
86. So, yeah, I know, but that's Arsenal.
Moral of the story is points, Chief.
Yeah.
It's points.
No, for sure. But I think what I'm just saying to you is that if you look at the levels and you look at the levels that City has been in consistently, if they just even the previous year before that, they scored 94 goals. So what I'm just saying is that if City were just on their normal level, not even at their peak, Liverpool would not be ahead. That's a
But
fact.
maybe,
No, I think
Liverpool.
Relevance.
But maybe Liverpool.
No, my whole point was that they're walking the league. That was my point.
Yeah, but maybe Liverpool are also kind of like recalibrating things, because City have been
Yeah,
like, super
exactly.
City have been kind of like out of control, So maybe Liverpool at this what seems like an average level is actually, in with all things normalized, maybe this is the winning kind of projection to a normal kind of like winning season,
That's
away from
that's-
like City's.
Yeah, look, if it's a recalibration, no, that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, we'll see.
It's underwhelming.
We're talking about the
underwhelming.
league. We're talking about the league season when Nottingham Forest is in third, right? And then, I'm just saying there's mitigating circumstances. Will be interesting to see what next season does. Right.
But look, I will admit with the Liverpool thing, I am just a hater, like personally.
I know.
I
know.
put that in there,
Yeah. No, for sure. I'm also a hater. I'm also a
I
hater.
know.
But this season, right? Look at it, right? United have been trashed this whole season. We're battling relegation, right? We're battling relegation, or we have been. We're obviously safe now. But even with all that, United is 11 points away from Europe. Like that just tells you what this season is, because this would have never happened The team in 13th that was flirting. That was 16th at some point. Is 11 points from Europe.
It's crazy.
And when I'm saying
It's all
Europe,
relative.
when I'm saying Europe, I'm talking about Champions League, not even Europa League. Champions League places.
It's all relative, Chief. It's all relative. It's not like Liverpool are like the last team to have a bunch of superstars and everyone else's pub. No.
But then look, also there's also just too much happening at Liverpool. Also, this contract situation is so crazy. You know, for you to be about to win a league and three of your biggest players,
Out the
three
door.
of like your biggest stars are like in limbo. It's like you can't even convince your superstars to sign contracts, and you want the rest of us to like, you know, jump on ship and like, you know. So there's just
All
a lot
I'm saying,
happening.
guys, is nobody predicted Liverpool to be anywhere near the top. No one. Everyone was like, they're falling off because Klopp is leaving. This has been Klopp carrying them. Slot got there, stabilized it, and took the same team that bottled almost everything last season, and he's getting them the prestigious domestic cup, which is the league title. Granted, City has fallen off, right? But it's not Liverpool's fault that Arsenal is trash and Arsenal are bottle job FC. This is us, man. We are bridesmaids FC. You understand?
Yeah.
We walked City to the altar. City fell off. Now we're walking Liverpool to the altar. That's what we do. That's not Liverpool's fault.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
embarrassing.
No, you have to
Embarrassing,
beat what's in front of you. Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, you know, you have to win your games, and they're winning their games, so it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll see. I'm just saying that I think next season things are not going to shake out.
I don't know. Next season they're falling off.
They're not going to shake out exactly the way they're shaking out now. I think
But Arsenal's not going to be the team to be like, yeah, we're here now. No, that's not happening.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I don't think City will also be bad. I think City being that City is done now. Pep has to rebuild now. We'll see. We'll see how he rebuilds. Obviously, he's rebuilding with a fat checkbook. Like
exactly,
it's a Pep rebuild. We know how Pep rebuilds goes. You know, I buy 4 fullbacks, 200 million, and then I don't like them. I buy more fullbacks. I buy a keeper, 50 million. I don't like him. I buy another keeper, but let's just see what he does.
Just the last one on Liverpool. Why is it that Football Heritage always comes out with them where they're about to win the quadruple? The next thing, FA Cup out. Next thing, Champions League out. And the same weekend, apparently Carabao is a bigger cup than the FA Cup by now. They're also out. Go ask Jimmy Carragher. He'll tell you something different.
Carragher has nonsensical takes sometimes.
So like these guys have never won a treble, but every year they're going on about a quadruple. Like that's my first problem. Yeah. That's my
Do a double
first.
first. Yeah. Do a double consistently, and then we can talk about a treble. I mean,
we'll see. Mo Salah, Ballon d'Or. I saw somewhere. I don't know how true it is.
It's gone.
He's gone from like prospective first to like sixth now. Yeah, like you're Champions League, my guy. We don't care about you anymore now.
Chief, the only reason why Liverpool stayed in that game and walked away with 3 points is because Mo Salah got subbed off, and Alisson had a worldie of a game.
Which game? Oh, PSG.
Yeah. Imagine, dog. We sub you, and the guy who we brought on, his first touch is a goal, but actually gives us 3 points, whilst our keeper has been keeping us in the game. And you're gonna get a Ballon d'Or? Forget it.
Yeah. But again, this I think the Salah thing is he's being overplayed. I mean, he's played against Klopp and his radical football and stuff. Salah has already played a lot more minutes than he generally plays against Klopp. I mean, with Klopp.
Mm-hmm.
So Slot is not rotating enough. And I think maybe the guy's just tired.
It's business end, Chief. Business end, you get the players that you trust and tell them to hang in there, right? They need to lose 4 games whilst we win 4 for them to lose this league. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That is not happening.
That's happening.
Yeah, and I think someone might say that maybe for them, okay, they're out of all competition, so now it's a game a week. Let's go.
We'll see. Yeah. There's a game a week for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wrap. It's a wrap. I think they could go on holiday for like 2 match days even, and like
exactly.
still win the league.
Exactly.
But if you look at the fixture list, man, if only Arsenal was still hanging around there, you know,
Wrong
it
guy.
would still be.
They're
If
playing
only-
Derby.
if only
Yeah, they're
Arsenal
playing
won.
Merseyside Derby next.
Yeah, Merseyside Derby, and they're still playing Arsenal as well. So the fixtures, under normal circumstances, if you had someone on your tail, it could be a bit shaky. But they're just so far ahead, you don't see it. You don't see it happening.
Man, the league is done.
It's done, guys.
It's done.
It's done. I mean, let's see. Arsenal fixtures. What are we going to be doing now? It's done, Chief.
Like, if you're really fighting, but like also they've got a run where they've got Spurs at home, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Brighton away.
Are we still counting Spurs?
Yeah. I was saying if I was saying if that's where my if came from. Like but now
Guys, we are playing Fulham, who we've dropped points to. We need to go play Everton. We drew with them, and we're playing at their gate. Right? We're playing Brentford in between Madrid. Ipswich Town will probably beat. Crystal Palace we probably beat. Bournemouth, we might not beat. Could be a draw. And then Liverpool will cement the league on the 10th of May when they beat us, because we're at Anfield. And then we play Newcastle, our bogey team. It's a wrap.
Nah, I think what's gonna happen is you're gonna go to Anfield and you're gonna have to give them a guard of honor. They would have won it already by then.
Exactly.
It's gonna be the first game as champions.
Exactly. Because
I think if there's anything that will wake you up, it's that. I think if Arsenal face that humiliation, that's the kind of humiliation.
God of Honor FC.
If the gap is 10 points or more, yes, you're right. That God of Honor, that Liverpool game will be a God of Honor.
Yeah, it's 12 points at the moment.
It's 12 at the moment, exactly.
Yeah.
So they would need to draw a game and then just stay winning everything else, and then
that time. Yeah.
exactly. Then by the time we get to the Liverpool game, it could be a God of Honor. Hence why, for me, I'm saying if you want to avoid a God of Honor embarrassment, give them the title after playing Crystal Palace, so that whoever's playing them when we play Bournemouth gives them the God of Honor.
Yeah. But I'm looking at your fixtures. Okay, you've got Fulham, but then you're going to Goodison Park. Are you going to win at Goodison Park?
No, I don't think so. Moise, don't think so. And then Madrid, I might get a draw or a narrow victory at home. Maybe. That's a big maybe. But at the Bernabeu, football heritage will teach us a lesson. And we'll get knocked out.
That's a killer. Bernabeu second leg is a killer.
Yeah.
It's
And then we'll come back and beat Ipswich, beat Crystal Palace, go on a little run because the pressure's off. Maybe beat Bournemouth, and then, hand the title to Liverpool, give them a God of Honor on the 10th. That's what I think is going to happen.
It's tough. Anyways. So wait, if Salah doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? Because you've got Rafinha, who's on a bit of form, but like hardly Ballon d'Or worthy. Lamine is doing his thing, but like
you want to give it to Vinicius.
Yeah, Vinicius.
Vinicius has been trashed this season. I'll be surprised if they give it to him.
Or whoever wins the Champions League.
I think they're gonna take it. I think if Madrid wins the Champions League and Mbappe has a few okay games, Wade does something and he might get.
Well, I mean, he's hit form now, right? He's scoring majority of their goals.
Yeah, he's doing it. The criticism they're saying is that he's not doing it in big games. He's doing it in La Liga and small games, but on the CL on the big stage, we're not seeing him. That's the criticism.
Yeah. Arsenal's going to be the game where we see him, possibly.
that actually sounds about right. That sounds about what should happen.
What I've understood about the issues that for Mbappe is that he is playing out of position, in his point of view.
And he still has 20 plus goals.
Out
of position.
He wants to be where Vinicius is.
Exactly.
Yeah, he wants to be where Vinicius is. Yeah, that was the whole thing, because they started at the beginning. They tried to play him as a number 9, and he just wasn't like his timing of the first game against Barcelona.
Offside.
I think that guy was offside, so he doesn't understand timing of his runs and all sorts of that. But we'll see. Now, what are they doing now? It almost feels like he's playing in Vinicius' position sometimes. I think they like swapping. I know there's been times where one is injured and one's not been there.
Yeah, but it looks like he's still playing as the number 9. But Madrid, Ancelotti has this weird system where you actually do not know who is the number 9 between
Yeah.
Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinicius.
Bellingham.
Yeah.
As well.
And Bellingham is popping in there randomly. It's like they play a diamond or.
Speaking about the system, I saw an Arsenal fan on Twitter saying that he was saying something like, "But no, if it has to do with tactics, Mikel is gonna out tactic Madrid like easily as stuff." I was like, "Oh, what a poor soul! You're coming to the Billabong, you wanna tell me about tactics?" Those guys they don't give a shit about tactics, bro.
Heritage.
Those guys,
Football heritage.
bro, they'll freestyle their way to the.
So let me get this straight. The same Arteta that's been out-tacticked by Eddie Howe, by Nuno Espirito Santos, by Andre Silva, there by Fulham, and many other coaches this season is going to out-tactic Ancelotti. That's what he wants me to believe.
But actually, speaking of Eddie Howe, I was hearing a thing. We were like, now this dude, because Liverpool played Newcastle recently, I think like 3 weeks ago or something like that. And I think Liverpool won convincingly.
Convincingly, yeah.
Isak had been a question mark going into that game, right? And he didn't play that game, right? And now Eddie Howe came now after he's won the Carabao and all that stuff. And he's going back to that game and he was like, no, Isak was actually okay for that game. But we purposefully didn't play Isak and we played a different way because we had our eye on the final with Liverpool and we didn't want them to know how we were going to play. And then so like he basically said, I threw that game so that we can throw them off the trail, then bring Isak in the foul, play the real way we want to play. And I was like, first I was like, is that 4D chess? And then I'm like, okay, but these guys have also not won a trophy in ages. So he's just throwing everything he can at it.
That is true. I was so happy for them on the weekend, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, so happy for them. Like, they deserve it. 70 years.
She's stuck.
70 without domestic. That's painful. They deserved it. And I think because they won that trophy, I think they stand a better chance of keeping their players. Because think about it, right? It's like apparently has 3 years left on his contract. And I think he's 24 now. I'm not sure. Why would I go to Liverpool? Why would I go to Arsenal?
Because I want to win the league and the Champions League.
No, think about it.
Liverpool doesn't have a number 9.
No. Think about it. Barcelona doesn't have a number 9 soon either. There's 3 years left on my deal. Why would I sign myself up to a bigger club now when I can just wait it out and wait for Barcelona to come calling in 2 years' time?
But maybe it doesn't. It depends on how he sees life. He might think the Premier League is the best league in the world, and he might have a look at it and be like, Liverpool's the best league, the best team in the world, depending on his viewpoint.
I would root for him.
Isn't he a Liverpool fan as well?
Yeah, but the other thing about transfers and stuff is if a team like Newcastle, didn't they buy him for like 60, 70 million? And it's just like a few seasons ago. Like for you to kind of pry him away from Newcastle, also, it's like so few clubs have that kind of money. You know what I mean?
They have to spend a bulk of I think like a 120.
And that's like stupid, and that's still like stupid money, So I think that also comes into play with these things. It's like, who has that kind of money anyway? Because a lot of these, supposedly smaller clubs are getting smart now. It's like,
Newcastle's in a weird position though, because like from a PSR point of view, they're stuck because they're not making enough revenue to go and splurge. They've got the cash in bank unofficially, but like they can't spend it.
And that's why I hate this PSR nonsense. If I've got the money to spend and I'm not going to bankrupt my club and I'm ambitious, why must I hold back in jail?
The problem as well is that they'll then have to also admit that they're owned by like just Saudi Arabia straight.
Saudi money.
We know
that, but officially, there's layers.
This is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. The thing for me is, I think someone secretly is afraid. I get it. The Premier League was established by 6 clubs. I think it was Arsenal, Man United, Everton, Liverpool, Spurs. I forgot the other team. I think for me, they want to keep the traditional powers of the EPL being the teams that they are. I think they feel threatened with the fact that the likes of City have got some money and have caught up. They're threatened by the likes of Newcastle getting money and catching up, and the prospect of any other club being taken over by owners with serious cash and saying, "Hey, we're here to compete. Let's go." That's what I think is going on. It's got nothing to do with financial fair play.
I think the owners are thinking like, how do I compete with an oil state? Like, I could be the richest guy in the world. I could be Elon Musk, but how do I compete
Do you know how?
with a nation?
I can tell you how. Arsene Wenger has never outspent Fergie in his prime, but we managed to get a couple of league titles of him and a couple of cup titles. That's how. You compete properly, like any other team does that doesn't have money.
Yeah, I think, but I mean, you look back at it, and you look at that. I know that comparison sort of like seemed okay, and it was okay, but like you just look back at the honors, and you're like, did you compete though? Did you? Did you really?
There was a short stint. No. There was a short stint.
Yes.
3 or 4 years where it was like at the 4 or 5 year period where it was okay, neck and neck. That's all it takes.
But I'm saying you look
4
back
5
at
years
the honors,
compete.
and you're like,
No, obviously over
so
2
what I'm
decades
saying,
is like
if
my
I'm
guy.
if I'm a billionaire, I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, but the thing is, those oil guys are gonna spend money. You know it. So now,
Did
it's
you
putting
guys
you under pressure
outspend Chelsea?
Abramovich.
Prime Chelsea under Roman. Did you guys outspend Chelsea? Probably not, but you kept leaking titles, didn't you?
No, but our base was different.
I understand, but the point I'm trying to make is this whole notion of, oh, how can I compete with money? Okay, and you think money just wins football? Look at PSG. How much money do they spend? How many Europeans honors do they have?
Yeah,
Look
but
at Real Madrid. How much money did they spend in the past 10 years?
They're spending within the FFP zone. In your scenario, you're talking about scrapping all of the stuff, right? And just being free for all.
Just
I'm not saying scrap it. All I'm saying is the whole notion of spend only what you make in revenue is BS.
So you don't like PSR? You don't like?
I don't like PSR. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
So now you're saying,
I think for me,
as a billionaire, must go band for band with this nation that's literally drilling
100%.
oil every day,
100%.
all day.
100%.
100%.
100%. Yes, go compete. Stop the nonsense. Go compete.
So that means what you effectively, I think the problem they have with it is that now all the teams now in the championship and all sorts of stuff, they've got no hope because like all these guys, never mind, let's walk away from the big six or whatever the case is, but just all those mid-table guys in the Premier League and stuff, they're going to be able to keep on spending because the Premier League prize money is more and blah, 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 blah. And like those guys in the championship are just never going to make it.
Hey guys, it's tough, eh?
That's how it is.
It's tough.
That is
There's hierarchies in life, man.
Money talks at the end of the day.
There's hierarchies to this thing, guys.
There's levels.
We can't all be the Premier League, fella. There's a reason why there's a little teams. Like, what's going on? How? Why are we acting like being in the Premier League is like an entitlement? It's a privilege, chief. Look at Southampton. 9 points the whole season. It's a sign you're not supposed to be here. Go home. Go away. 9 points.
That's why.
No, that's embarrassing. You wasted our time. Leeds should have come up instead.
And you look at it, and Ipswich and McKenna, and they were killing it in the championship.
And the thing is, they're going to get £150 million balloon payment to get relegated. So it's a money grab for them.
Yeah,
they're not competitive. They're not trying to do anything. That's why I sometimes like the structure of La Liga football, in that teams have a go at trophies, dog. People compete for trophies. They don't play their second reserve squad for your FA Cups equivalent, whatever the case may be. And how the revenue is shared is that the person who wins the league gets the biggest share of the revenue. By far. Not a bit. By far. It's like the bottom 17 or something get a small share, and the top 3 get the lion's share of it. So that way there's at least an incentive to get there, to actually compete and get the money. Whereas with us, I think 1 year, City won the league, but they made for like 7 million more than us, and we came second. Of course, the owner's not going to now go buy a strike of 100 mil to win the league.
Yeah.
But again, that's more on TV rights, right? Because
TV rights, yeah.
Because on La Liga side, most clubs probably negotiate their own TV rights, and that's why you can't catch up to a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. And I remember United tried to do something similar, but they were forced not to do so because of ensuring that the Premier League is competitive. And then that's when this Chelsea thing started to happen and Man City thing started to happen. And there was a big argument about it to say, hey, we're allowing other guys to come in with money and they're spending for free. And when we want to create our own revenue, we are told, no, we need to preserve the status of the Premier League.
Grassroots, what? Yeah.
Nonsense. It's all a bunch of nonsense. They want to ring fence this thing. They want to ring fence it to just certain clubs. It's nonsense. And sorry, also, one more thing about the Liga. I think someone explained that 50% of the TV rights is an allocation. The other 50% is to do who's winning it and who's coming away, which is how I think it needs to be. If you want more money, compete. Don't just stay in the Premier League for the sake of staying in the Prem. And another thing, let's get Champions League football. Are you going to win the Champions League? No, then what's the point? You're not winning it, so what's the point?
Anyways, let's move on to the greatest team in world football. Currently sitting
Shameless.
Currently sitting at the dizzy heights of 13.
Yeah, man.
Ruben brought us back to where he found us. Yeah, so I mean, we come off a resounding victory against Leicester, and before that, we saw, I think, that Sociedad second leg game. For me, that was the first game where we saw Amorim ball. Yeah, where you could see things were happening. These guys are starting to get it. They're starting to understand a little bit. Sociedad are crap, 100%, but we've been playing crap teams this whole season, and it still wasn't showing. So we'll see. But it's starting to feel like something's clicking in the background. I don't know about you guys, but like it feels like it. Even Rasmus was saying now, but obviously he's saying it just because he scored a goal now. Finally,
Now he can talk.
now he can talk. But talking about we're starting to understand each other's strengths and like understand how to play, whatever. But I think he's just gassed from like having scored now. But what are you guys thinking? You guys thinking it's just one of those we're gonna go back to usual, or do you guys think it's the start of something?
That game was, I don't want to say too house. I would be lying.
Which one, the Sociedad
The
or the
Sociedad
Sociedad?
one. And also, let me not speak about the penalties, because it will be controversial as well.
That ref.
Yeah, that ref was something else. But Sociedad started that game well, and I guess the problem for them was they scored first. So after that, that's when you could see that momentum was starting to shift. Dalot had flashes of being brain dead and being awake. Casemiro had flashes of, oh, this is the Casemiro we know. And LG, thank you for our heaven. That boy is something else. But yeah, no, he just stepped in as well so seamlessly. So, and Bruno is on a rich vein of form. That's the other thing. So I'm still thinking that Bruno has been this consistent. It's just the other pieces starting to fall into place. Garnacho looks like he's finally woken up as well. Dogu is a problem.
Right.
Like, Dogu is a problem.
Hey, he was frying. He was frying his man, bro. The whole game, he was frying. He had him on toast, bro. One day, got him sent off.
And also Xerxes. We must not forget Xerxes.
I told, man.
Yeah. No.
What did I tell you guys?
We gotta put respect on Xerxes' name. Wait, Clem, you were the last one. You were the last one to say you're still not seeing this Xerxes thing. What? How are you feeling now about the young man?
Yeah, look, I think I think I get it now. I see. I think I see where he fits in the system and how he fits in the system. And also just in general, I think there is progress, from United. You are also seeing like the fruits of the system. Like, you see a guy like Doku excelling in the system, like kind of maximizing his position, making chances, etc. But I still have like that nervous kind of feeling, every time I sit and watch United, I'm still just, it's still not as convincing as it could be, but progress at least, I just get like a sense of nerves, man. Even watching like Ruben on the sideline, you know, he never looks comfortable, man. He never looks comfortable, dog. He's always like
He celebrated for like the first time, like properly. Was it in the Leicester game where like he was happy? That was the first time since he got here. Since he got here.
Yeah. So look, man, I'm just trying to like temper my expectations because especially with Europa League, like there's still like some way to go, right? Because now the goal should be to like get as far as you can and to, you know, why not win the whole thing, you know? But you're still going to play some tough games, you know, Lyon away. That's not going to be a joke, you know? So then I think I'm going to reserve my like full judgment till I've seen like at least the next round of Europa League. I think that'll be a test. That'll be like a strong test on United.
Nemanja Matic, we're playing against him.
Yeah.
Look, for me, it's one of those. Dogu is one signing. Heaven. I don't know if Heaven was a club signing. I think we've got a technical director, guys, who's got an eye for football, who've got an eye for ballers in Jason Wilcox. So let's say Dogu wasn't. I mean, not Dogu. Heaven. Well, let's give it to the club. Let's not even say it was a Ruben guy, but like you look at him, Dogu is his first signing. And with that one signing, who was signed for the system, it is night and day, chalk and cheese when Dalo plays there versus when Dogu gets there. Now imagine 2-3 other guys who were signed for the system. Just imagine like what the transformation will be like.
Is that because Dalo's that brain dead or Dogu's that good?
Dalo being that brain dead. That's
what I think it is.
Back.
Yeah.
We just needed a left back.
But either way, right? The point is he's exchanging people. Someone, whether brain dead, whether someone's great, but like you're getting someone who's competent. And
in other words, you have a left-footed paceman on the left wing back bombing up and down, and pretty much that's what the system needs.
Yeah.
And if you replicate that on the right, voila, you are there almost. Then it's just a matter of the missing pieces in the middle.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the thing. For me, it's never been about this guy needs to sign 6 or 7 people. We'll get his 6 or 7 over time. Just give him like 3 people. 3 people we should be able to see. If we can't see, Chief, we need to have a conversation. But there's promise. There's promise there. We're above Spurs in the league as well.
Spurs are rubbish.
Spurs were tormenting us for a while there in the.
But like the whole thing was like half our squad is injured. Wait till our players come back. Their players are back, and they're still
same manager. No, that's Spurs are rubbish. Oh my gosh. Garbage.
Yeah.
And also De Ligt stepped up. I don't want to speak about Onana, but De Ligt also stepped up.
He's been massive. Yeah, he's been massive.
He's a player there.
De Ligt is good. My only thing with him is he's prone to giving away penalties, that guy. He's good like an open play. He's an excellent box defender and like all sorts of stuff. It's just I think he seems to have a bozo moment in him. There's been a few instances where he's either given penalties away or whether like he's been involved in scenarios where we should have given a penalty away. That's my only thing about him. But he's a solid defender.
Solid defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasmus. Man like Rasmus.
It was a good goal. Finally.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But then I think we've spoken about it. I think a few weeks ago we spoke about how Rasmus shouldn't even be in this position anyway. As 19 years old, United, supposedly leading the line. It's also just too much pressure on the guy, And I think if he's given the benefit of time, he may come good. I think it's in there somewhere, but not in like a 1-2 year kind of time frame. He really needs to kind of settle into things, and I think there's something there.
The latest rumors here, Florian Plettenberg, he put he threw a spanner in the works earlier where he was talking about our summer targets, striker targets. He was saying we're looking at that Etiketa guy, I think he's from Frankfurt, looking at Benjamin Chesko, and then Osimhen and Gyökeres are on the thing, right? And he was basically saying that United will have funds to spend because Eriksen is leaving, Free Lindelof is leaving. They're planning to sell Casemiro. We obviously know about Rashford and let's say Anthony and all those guys. And then he threw in another name there, and he was like, and Kobe Mainoo could be leaving as well. What are you guys' thoughts on that? So the rumors around Kobe is that although this is agent things, they're probably not really asking for this, but the rumors are he wants 180 a week.
Oh, he can leave.
So yeah, Kobe is currently on 20 a week. He's on his youth contract, which and 20 for a youth contract was actually a lot for like a youth guy who wasn't a first team guy. Being on 20, that was actually a lot already. But yes, now he's transitioned into the first team. He's still on that contract. He's on 20. Garnacho is on 55. Right? This man wants 180.
No, he can go.
How much is he on?
I think 110 or something like that. 105, 110.
No, man. 180, he can go.
Yeah.
180 is a lot.
He can go. The problem is this thing of having Mount on 240 or 250 and not playing, and you still have your Rashford, Sancho. You know, the wage structure was messed up.
Yeah.
You can't have Mainoo on 180. No offense, guys. No.
Yeah, you have to fix the structure, and that's the thing. And that's the thing about fans. Like, and we're talking before we went live about holding two thoughts in your head at the same time. Fans are like, no, but like, give him whatever, because you need to start by like the Casemiros and the whatever, all those high earners and whatever. But like, so what these guys are saying is that focus on the high earners and then all these other guys' copies. Let's just add to the problem and then we'll fix it later because we're focusing on the high earners now. It's like, dude, it's like, you can focus on two things at the same time, right? We are working on the high earners. We know that, right? Rashford
However, no one else
on loan. Sancho's out on loan. Yeah, nobody else. We can't let new guys into the door now.
Yeah,
we need to safeguard and make sure that we're good. So I fully agree as well, bro. If you can't get Kobe for me max 80 a week max.
Yeah, he's about 2 seasons late.
Nothing.
For
Yeah. You missed the time to eat at the ANC, Kobe. You missed the time. So you don't.
Yeah.
So it is losing. And also like we're still uncertain about where exactly he's best under Ruben. We're not sure. He's had he's good game in the number 10. He's
unpopular opinion.
Unpopular
opinion. I don't know what Kobe's good at. Like what
he's an 8.
I can't tell you.
He's an 8. He's a ball carrying 8. Yeah.
Is he exceptional ball carrying, or can he just carry a ball?
For his age,
I guess.
For his age, he's good. There's not many better than him. Is it 19 or 20?
I don't think 20. 18, 19, I think.
You can't name more than 4 players his age better than him.
He's 19.
So for me, at that age,
he'll be 20 this year.
Yeah. At that age, I can't think of many players in that age bracket. The only person I can think of is the PSG guy. What's his name? Is it
Vitinho?
The other tall guy, Zaire or something like that.
Oh, that's a guy. Yeah.
How old?
But that's the only guy I can think of.
How old is Vitinho?
Besides the Barcelona.
Oh, it's 25. Okay, he's quite old.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't see what he excels at. Honestly, I just don't. Like, I say this. I say that to say this. If he leaves United, I don't see which top team is going to jump for him that quickly. I just don't. Because I'm thinking if they jump for him, where are they playing him?
Yeah, I think Kobe he's good on the ball. but like, yeah, for me, the 8 thing, the problem is that he's too slow for me. So it's like, he's got the makings of a box to box, but like, you're too
Yeah.
slow. You're too slow.
Mm.
But he's good on the ball. He's tidy on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't fit Ruben's system.
He's a local lad, man. Hey, that's his premium right now at United.
Yeah.
Local lad from the academy.
Yeah, that was Rashi 6
Yeah.
years ago, guys. Or was it 5 years ago?
Hey, you see what the problem is with Russia. Guys, we know it in the workplace, right? If you join a place as an intern, and then like you work your way up, and whatever you get to that power position or whatever the case is, and then versus so that just think of that and that trajectory and those salary upgrades that you get, and we know if they go and they fetch someone from outside and they bring in that guy's coming through on a powerful salary, and you who's been through the academy, your salary might not quite be the same, and this is why people jump, because they want to bump their salaries up. So now our problem with Rashi is that Rashi came through as an intern, and we gave him an outside person's salary. We gave him an industry expert that we hired salary, and we are seeing the problems here. If Rashi was still on his intern salary, or as a guy who came through the ranks, it would have been a different situation. The problem wouldn't have been like if Rashi was on 180K. It shouldn't have been the same problem.
But remember back then we had problems, like we were going through a patch where De Gea was carrying our club and underpaid. Then next thing, Rashford was carrying the club, and you would believe that he deserved that amount of money.
Yeah, no,
So-
Rashford did scam us. Yeah, that's the thing about
Purple
that.
patch
whole
for a
situation.
contract and then relaxed.
But that guy was carrying the club for 2-3 odd seasons, and then when the money came in,
I don't know about carry for 2-3.
I was about to say.
I think you. Where did he carry us to? What was he doing?
Oh,
I
remember-
think,
It was that
I think he was
season-
okay. He was
It
all
was
right.
that goal scoring
He was
season,
all right.
man. It was that
No,
season where he was
remember-
banging them in.
remember that season, just after Ole started, we literally had no one. Bruno wasn't
After
there.
World Cup.
Pogba wasn't there. Martial
Yeah.
was always injured. It was always him. Every game that we just won or something would happen, it was just him. And then Bruno came in. Yeah, the floodgates opened. But he was the main guy.
Carry feels heavy, bro. Like I feel like he
Even-
did well.
Even broke his
He
back.
did well.
Even broke his back. Even broke his back, remember?
Literally.
Yeah.
He did well, but I don't know. I don't see it as Rashi carried us.
Guys,
I think
Rashford, right?
carried us in that purple patch under Ten Hag. There, he carried us.
Guys, Rashford,
Not about that
2015,
for me.
2016, 5 goals. Next season, 5 goals. 2017, 18, 7 goals. 2018, 19, 10 goals. 2019, 20, COVID season, 17 goals. 2020, 21, 11. 2021, 2022, 4. 2022, 2023, 17. And then 7, and then 4. What is he carrying?
Bruh.
Who are you carrying with 11 goals a season?
We had nothing. We had nothing, and we managed to end up, what was it, third or fourth with only on that season of COVID. And
You're
we
not
had
finishing
nothing
third or
of
fourth with a striker or someone scoring 17 goals. And you're telling me that he carried the team. There's no way. You need not more than 17 goals to finish top 4.
fun. That's what happened. That's what literally
Nah,
happened.
he wasn't carrying the team. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, he participated. He was a good participant. Carry is heavy for me, bro. Carry,
Carry.
no, I can't.
No, that's what I saw. Because I just remember the times where it was De Gea saving us.
Yeah,
If it wasn't De Gea, it was Rashford before Bruno came.
Yeah, I'll give you that. De Gea, I think I can say carried us. That guy kept us alive. That guy, bro. We won and we drew so many games that we were. Remember that Arsenal game, bro, where De Gea was on that madness, bro, like 34 saves or something like that.
Yeah.
But then what do? We go and we give him a 375 contract. Like where have you heard of a keeper getting 375? Our highest players now don't even get that. Like it's
Madness.
that's the problem with United. But anyways, we've got Leon. After Leon, say we make it through there, most likely it's Bilbao. And then after that, we've got and then it's a final after that. Spurs have Frankfurt. If they make it through, they've got Lazio, most likely. So I don't know if we're gonna see Spurs in the final if we make it there. I think we're gonna see Lazio in the final.
You're going to see that in the final.
The last time we spoke about Europa, everyone was gloomy, no hope. Now we're talking about finals.
It's a difference. What a difference 2 weeks or so makes. let's
It's reactionary.
let's look at the CL. So if you guys beat Madrid, then you've got PSG most likely, because PSG is gonna play. Are they
Aston
playing
Villa.
Aston Villa, the winner of Bruges and Villa?
Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
Mm.
Yo, shame, bro. Like, and then if you beat PSG, then you're playing Barcelona.
We're going to have it.
Bro, yo.
But you see, here's the thing, right? I think we are probably better suited to play a bigger team that is playing with a high line. Like, for example, the City 5-1. That's only because City was playing a high line and they went down and maintained it. But a team that sits in the mid block, low block, we can't break them down. Like United, we couldn't break you guys down. Why? You just said, it's fine, have the ball over there, we'll defend here. Break us down. And we failed. Got hit on the counter. Boom.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
If Madrid apply similar tactics at the Emirates, they could steal it. Because on the counter, Mbappe's not going to miss. That's the difference.
Yeah. That's true. Like, there's this thing about when we play Arsenal, like you can see them and I'm talking about United Arsenal specifically, but like you can see them and Arsenal have all the possession and they doing this and that, but like it doesn't feel dangerous to me.
It's not threatening.
It's not threatening. I feel like, bruh, you could, even if you come into a final third, like I feel like, bruh, you could do it all day and like we could just defend it all day long. Like it doesn't feel that like, oh, these guys are creating so many chances. One of these surely they're knocking. It doesn't feel like that.
Nah, dog, it's like what Everest said, right? He says Arsenal is little brother. He's small boy. You know? Apparently, Ferguson used to tell you, man, guys, it's Mother's Day this Sunday. Don't F it up. We'll be playing Arsenal. I'm serious, and he said so. He's like, dude, there were times where if I was like, he'd send them to play Arsenal without tactics. He'd say, no, you just play your game, be aggressive, win everything, go in for the 50-50s, go against them hard, and don't mess up my Mother's Day. Wife's gonna be upset, so just win. And apparently they'd come out and school us. Year after year after year after year after year. That's why I said Arsenal's like Netflix. Told us about next season. Netflix special. So
so what are we saying? The rest of, I mean, realistically, just, and this is to wrap up as well, like realistically your season, the league is just sort of like a formality.
Yeah.
You're just doing that. There's nothing really to play for. Champions League, I don't know if you're secretly harboring any hopes or whatever. Like, are you saying that your season's done?
It's been done. Right. As soon as it got confirmed that after PSG I'm getting either of the Madrids, I was like, it's done.
Yeah, but then this is what I have a problem with, man. Like, especially in this moment, right? So this is before Real Madrid have like screwed you guys around, right? So where you're in the moment where literally anything can happen. Like, does Mikel want to wake up tomorrow and like get his guys, like wake up his guys, like just get them going, like get these guys going for one more go. It's like, okay, guys, look, I understand that we don't have a striker. I understand that, for the most part we've been underperforming, but this is it, how does Mikel kind of like earn his stripes as like a leader of these guys, At which point does he show us that he can actually mobilize things, regardless
see-
of all the issues. That's my thing,
The problem is it's difficult to talk about leading a team throughout issues when you are the biggest reason for those issues. Do you understand? Very big
Sure.
difference, right? I
Yeah.
can't set up a team to play in a very robotic way, and when we're predictable and can't break down teams, now and I come and lead us to victory. How?
Yeah. Look, but then that's why he's that's why he's taking the big bucks, man. That's why he's on the
taking
massive
big
time. It's time for him.
He's
It's time
taking
for
the big
him
bucks.
so he couldn't do it. He can't do it over a 38 game season, sure. So he
Chief,
can't
Chief.
consistently lead the guys over a 38 season. But it's like, yo, Mikel, 180 minutes, Chief. Just like do something, dog. Like sit down, think of something, and come into the dressing room pre-game and just and just mobilize things. That's what you expect from a team, because you must also remember that Arsenal are not a small team, and it's not right for you to kind of go to the Bernabeu for a spanking, right? Like it can't work that way,
Well, that's
And-
trying to
and-
gaslight me into getting excited so I can come back here. It's not gonna work.
It can't work that way. Though. You can't walk into
not gonna
Bernabeu
work.
with your pants down, bro. Like
It's not gonna
that's
work.
not how it works.
It's not
Though.
gonna work.
Like the
Chief.
pride. What about the pride and the whole, like Arsenal
Proud of
FC, like this is who you
Proud of
are
what?
type thing.
Proud of what?
But imagine, bro, imagine nobody in Arsenal has won a Champions League, and you go there. You know how in the Bernabeu they've done that whole I think there's think of it as a driveway kind of thing, and then they've got all the honors there, the 15 Champions League, whether it's hedge, I think it's hedge trimmings and stuff, but of Champions Leagues and stuff. And you're walking there, and you do a tour of the museum. The players do that as well. They go and they see all the honors there in Madrid and stuff. I think that's where the psychological warfare starts.
I'm interested in hearing kind of how Arteta approaches things before the game, just to hear the mindset. I think I'm going to make up my mind on Arteta when I just see the mindset.
Doesn't have the facilities.
Arteta has got a smooth mouth on him. He's a smooth talker when it comes to the press and how he deals with them. Right? He has the words. He has the words. They asked him the other time, "Is the league title done?" He's like, "Oh, my dead body." And I was like,
yeah.
He's on zombie mode now, bro.
What do you mean over your dead body? Guys, the thing is for me, right? Everything to do with why I believe Arsenal will not stand a chance. Well, we stand a chance for the sake of the fact that we're there. But the reason why I can't have any confidence is because everything that's going wrong about our season is not stuff that started happening 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Right? All these problems, you can systematically boil them down to every single 10, 15, 35, 60 random odd million that got spent over the past 4 years. Right? We've not built a squad properly. We just have not. If there was at least a squad with an adequate bench, I could say, okay, come competition, maybe we can do something. I don't have a bench. I don't have a bench. I don't even have a recognized striker that's fit. I don't have a bench. I'm relying on Martinelli.
I don't think you've got a recognized
You've got
striker,
Sterling.
period.
You've got
Sterling,
Sterling.
guys, come on. Stop it now. Stop it. Sterling, Martinelli, Trossard, and Merino. That's my attacking firepower. If it's not that, then it's set pieces. Or I'm hoping that Madrid can't defend all of a sudden.
So, Madrid can't defend. Well, it's more they've got a lot of injuries. I don't know what it was like now, but I know at some point there were 2 midfielders in defense, and they've got issues. So
and they
Arsenal has to give it a go.
still have silverware.
Arsenal
They're still going for the league. They're still in the Champions League.
So my question is, if by some miracle, right, you're 2 goals up after the first leg, you're going to the Bernabeu 2 goals up. Do you think you guys can get that over the line?
No. I have a good chance, but no, I don't think so. Guys,
I think
just question. You think an Arsenal that couldn't show mentality against Newcastle is going to go to the Bernabeu and show mentality?
Was it that time when Newcastle beat you guys 3 times in a row or something like that?
Newcastle.
Hey, these are the Carabao Cup champions that you're talking about.
No,
but it's
No disrespect to Newcastle. All I'm simply saying is there's levels to this thing, right? You can't fail to even lay a glove, just a glove, though, just one punch now against the Newcastle, and then you want me to believe that you're going to go to the Bernabeu and keep the likes of Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius, Bellingham, Modric off the bench, Xiaomini in midfield, Valverde in midfield, Rudiger in defense, Thibaut Courtois, world-class goalkeeper. You're not going to tell me that you're going to go up against that and somehow step up out of nowhere. Sorry.
But maybe it's not. But maybe it's more about what are Arsenal's strengths right now. So what can Arsenal?
That's a good
leverage?
question.
What
That's a good
what
question.
can
What are our strengths?
what can Arsenal? No. Well, I'm looking for answers here. What can Arsenal then leverage? In a moment like that to say, yo, this is what we bring to the table. There was a point in the season where it was all set piece FC. So
That's not gonna
the
work.
minute that fell away, the question remains. It's like, what is Arsenal kind of leveraging?
These
And then
are
it goes.
ideas,
It also then goes back to the conversation about United struggles with Amorim and the system, but at least there's a system, right? At least there's like if you get the right pieces, this is the system, this is how it'll work, and this is how you'll get success. So then, what is the Arsenal philosophy then? In
I
like
don't
the
know.
broad sense.
I don't know. It's
Those are the
U-shaped
kind of
football.
questions.
It's U-shaped football in the opposition's off.
Yeah,
Looking for an opening somewhere, somehow, eventually, and then we try to score.
yeah.
That's not
This,
gonna work.
this might not have anything to do with anything, but it's ironic that tonight there was the quarterfinal first leg of the Women's Champions League. Final score: Real Madrid 2, Arsenal 0. So do with that what you will. Yeah. Anyways, and to wrap up, Leon, what are you guys thinking? Leon is going to be definitely much more physical than Sociedad and much closer, as opposed to the Premier League style teams that we play.
Well, on my side, like I've said before, the league is done. The focus should be Europa League, and Lyon. Honestly speaking, I think we should be able to go through, provided that we don't suffer any more injuries and we continue the momentum. It's a good thing the first leg is away, and then we're wrapping it up at Old Trafford. So I'm quite confident that we should be able to do the business. It's the later stages that I'm more worried about than the Lyon fixture. Oh, and the last thing I'm worried about Lyon is the run of games we have before Lyon, because I think we do have some big fixtures coming. So that's what I'm more concerned about.
Yeah, and just to run through those quickly. We'll wrap up now, but we've got Forest away next, and then we've got City at Old Trafford, and then away at St. James's Park, and then we've got Wolves, who's our bogey team, at Old Trafford, and then we've got Bournemouth away. Yes, yeah, and
It's tough.
I think Lyon is it sandwiched between, is it before and after Newcastle, something like that. Yeah, I think we play Forest, City, Lyon, Newcastle, Lyon.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, we've been good in the tough games, right?
Yeah, it's just the legs now. So that's my only concern. The timing of those fixtures. And priority should actually go to Europa League and not the other fixtures.
Yeah, we're all but safe now. I think so too. He can rest people in the league. I don't know. I think the next couple of games will tell us whether this has been a fluke or whether we're coming back. So we'll see. Next time we chat, we'll have a better idea of whether Europa is a pipe dream or whether we can do something.
Oh, whether it's our route to Champions League, man. And that's the thing about Europa League, right? You find yourself in Champions League talk.
Imagine when after all of this, we're in the Champions League. That would be so wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways, gents, thanks for the show. Big up to everyone watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We out of here, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.